So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Oh, good-looking ball. And they can counter here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I get the feeling, Peter, that this guy, Michael Elise, will be very much on show here. He's, I think, superb in that position on the right-hand side. I don't want to see him moved anywhere else in the team because he's expert in that area. And I think the next phase in his career now is to start scoring more goals. He's already pretty proficient at that, but he's good enough to add many more goals to his game, and he could do some damage here too.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Bellingham. Great pressure, plenty of it. And there's his chance to lead the counter. It's a pretty loose pass. Chouameni. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Now it's Vinicius, and the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Madrid with their first corner, and the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. And he shoots! They've scored! I doubt very much that this was in the script. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe proves just a little bit too strong. And he cuts out the supply. Elise looking for a runner. Neatly clipped into space. That's very neat. Duyphi! And that is doing no harm at all.
France certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
This looks promising. He's got away. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's being urged to shoot.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Mbappe. Valverde charging forward, the ball at his feet. Turns and goes back. He's gone for goal! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Valverde brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Very nearly half an hour gone here. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Koundé. For Elise. Conte. Here's Chouameni. And it's Conte. Now it's Kante. Oh, well played, well played. Mbappe. That has been cut short. Doué. And it's Chouameni. For Conte. Goes for a shot! Goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to...
He's tried one! Koundé clears it away.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And no surprise, that's a booking.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Olise. Passing is crisp and sharp. Tchouaméni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Hernandez gets across to intercept that. Conte.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Opts to play it back. Hernandez. He's a sharp little ball here. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's fabulous. Shoots! There it is! The movement so precise, the finish. And that'll be the final action of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Now it's Olise. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thuram unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's well positioned here. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Mbappe, he's had a fair tumble under that challenge. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well... And the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
À leur place, le numéro 7, le numéro 12, le numéro 14. Changement.
Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Kolo Muani. Can he finish? And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
France really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Hernandez could try cutting inside here. Nice physical challenge. Valverde concedes a free kick for that. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Changement en
Madrid
cours.
making consecutive changes here. Eder Militao clears.
France really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, they've got it again. And that pass isn't the best. Kolomwani running with the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking to play him in. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. France still have the cards to affect this game.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Brahim Diaz. It's Camavinga. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tchouaméni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Rabiot. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And here's Kolomwani. Now this could be a chance. Surely! It's in! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
That was a given. It always was.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
No luck with that dink over the top.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And here's Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz going full steam ahead down the left flank. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Tries to pass it through. It's a promising position. And he's quick to snatch it back. And here's Camavinga. And it's Tchouaméni.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, what has happened here?
Temps additionnel.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Nice control. And that is expertly dealt with. Camavinga.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Tchouaméni. Hernandez. France looking to pass their way through. So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a brief breather, and then extra time.
Est disponible dans les kiosques situés juste après les accès aux tribunes. Cela fera toujours un magnifique souvenir. Attention, changement.
Into extra time we go. France displayed great resilience to find the late equaliser that's got them here. Now can they go one better? Oh, good take in a good area. Mbappe. Goulet. Well, that looks a good ball through. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Hernandez. Saliba. And Koundé. Upamecano. Saliba. Traoré. And it's Conte. He has a look up. Can he finish? Oh, extraordinary.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
France are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
À leur place, le numéro 6, le numéro 15.
Alexander-Arnold. Rudiger. Arda Güler. Caught offside that time. Pinches it off him. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Tries to play it through. Vinicius Junior is onto this.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And here's Mbappe. That's it for the first period of extra time.
Mesdames et messieurs, je voudrais
Well,
vous
it has
rappeler
been
que
a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner?
Changement.
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? They have played themselves to a near standstill. What is left in the tank now? Driving forward. Nicely weighted ball. Brahim Diaz is in a really good position out wide. Camavinga gets it away. Great ball, and he's in here. And he was alert to it. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Mendy, and it's Diaz. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Camavinga. Dembele. It's Camavinga. Traoré. And it's Camavinga. And here's a great chance! Straight at the keeper.
Mbappe really isn't likely to reflect kindly on that. He doesn't need to be told. He knows.
Koundé. France finding their passes. Now it's Kolo Muani. Strokes it back. And he welcomes it in. And that is it. There will be penalties.
Look, I've been in this position myself, and after a grueling game, you don't want to back down if the manager asks you to take a penalty for fear of appearing weak. You can't let fatigue cloud your judgment.
Well, the players look exhausted, but one last act. We're back in a moment for penalties. So this one to set the tone. And he does it with poise.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times, never looked like missing.
And so the captain steps up. Oh, what a save!
He was so focused there, fantastic save.
France with the chance to go 2 up. Oh, he's managed to get it through the keeper. And the lead is 2. So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. No, he's hit it right at the goalkeeper.
Well, in trying to get clever, that ended up being too comfortable for the keeper.
Dembele is the third man to step forward. Saved! Keeper's done brilliantly.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
Madrid can't afford to miss another one. It's in, too smart for the keeper.
Good penalty, completely wrong-footed the keeper.
France are putting real pressure on here if they put this away. Oh, good take, keeper committed himself. And they're 2 up. Lest you need reminding, miss this and it is over. Your hero! France have won it by the barest. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Chance!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
France are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Mendy gathers from the goal kick. Now it's Mbappe. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Mbappe. Aimed beyond the defence. Some really good ball movement. Now it's Mbappe. Bellingham. And here's Rodrigo. Olise. Conte. And Hernandez. And it's Tchouaméni. Conte. Olise. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Thuram! Now, who's going to be first to this? Mendy is there, and he can get that clear. Lofted in. He's on it. Can he get away? Bellingham. And now the breakaway. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Valverde. And he's forced to go back. Vinicius Junior, given the lift of his goal. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Mbappe. Thuram. He's picked his way through. Nicely aimed pass. That's the keeper's ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And it's Doué. Bellingham is the guilty party there. Hernandez thinks about the shot. Mbappe! Rodrigo. Approaching the half-hour mark. Passing is crisp and sharp. Olise. Oh, that's nice. Thuram tries a shot! Alexander-Arnold attempts a clearance. That has not gone well. Doué. And it's Doué. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Deftly out wide. That has been cut short. Tchouaméni. Doué. Shapes to shoot! He can get that clear. And it's skewed away. Doué. That's good play.
France truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Vinicius Junior. Alexander-Arnold. Thuram. Olise. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And here's Olise. Not much subtlety about that challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Vinicius, he's having a go! It's in! 2! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And there's the end of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Pour le président d'un de nos clubs de supporters qui fête son anniversaire aujourd'hui.
There's the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Chouameni, Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior, good driving. Big chance! Conte. And it's Doué. Now Mbappe. He's found a way past. Has a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
France with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 7. Le numéro 12. Changement en cours.
Vinicius Junior. Good running, strong and purposeful. Mbappe. Oh, important interception. Upamecano.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And it's Valverde. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Colomboani. Can he get it through? Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, cracking ball. Goes for a shot! He scores! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
France perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
He's cut it out, and he's there to get it away. Chouameni did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Mendy, and the counter is on. He's got away. Vinicius Junior. So much time and space here. Upamecano did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Upamecano. Eder Militao with the slide tackle there. Conte. Chouameni producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And they can counter here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Mbappe. He has found the way through. There's the shot! And that would have won it.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 24.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Le numéro 4. À leur place, le numéro 14. Le numéro 6. Le numéro 15. Changement.
They've played it short. Vinicius Junior has it out wide and in space. Camavinga. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease. And a chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out. That'll be a throw. Mbappe. Back towards the middle. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Now it's Camavinga. And it's Camavinga. Engages and forces him off the ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
France must do something here and very quickly.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Rabiot.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And it's Camavinga. Koundé. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Alexander-Arnold. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rabiot. And he welcomes it in. It's Dembele! Oh, and they really should have been made. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Over to the left. Mbappe. He has a look up. And the shot! It's off target and by quite a way. Howson. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
It's Vinicius Junior. Upamecano makes the interception. Chouameni. And it's Hernandez. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he's picked it up out wide. Alexander-Arnold did just about a Doué! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
France really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Doué. France looking to pass their way through.
Thuram really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Thuram. Shapes to shoot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Ceballos. And it's been played through. He is through here. Shot, surely! It's in! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah.
Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
France are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Alexander-Arnold. Chouameni. And it's Rudiger. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Now Howson. Bellingham. And it's Chouameni. Ceballos. Here's Chouameni. And it's Bellingham. Thuram. Played into space. Dink through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that is as far as they're going to go. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Chouameni. Mbappe.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack. France certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Tchouaméni, Hernandez, looking to play him in. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter, there was absolutely no space to work with.
Saliba. Now it's Doué. That's an excellent interception. Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior tries to play it through. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Klaus. Doué. Played out to the right. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
France really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
That has ended up in... Shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a... Oh, he's been caught napping! Kante did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Hernandez. It's gone out for a throw-in. Tchouaméni. And it's Kante. Nicely weighted ball. That's a sharp pass. Tchouaméni. So what can they make of this? Vinicius Junior in with the challenge. France needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Kante. Tchouaméni. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Tries a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! It's in! They are right back in business!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 9,
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
No, he's not getting any further than that. And he cuts out the supply. And they've got a throw. That's a cute ball. Now it's Mbappe. Saliba. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Vinicius Junior. They're urging it. Shot at goal! Same again, same outcome.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And we have our very first corner. Mbappe with the short one. And it's Diaz. And it's made its way to him. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Valverde is onto it in a flash. And here's Mbappe. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. It's a promising position. Doué. Back into the middle. This is Dembele. Skin chance! Goal! France! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming.
He's having a shot! Oh, special! That is a special goal! About as smooth as it gets! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Well, I think he knew...
And the shot! It's bounced back off the post. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Stood up well to him there.
Changement en cours.
That has been knocked clear. He's tried one! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
France have their second corner now. And he gets rid in a hurry. Dembele. Chance for a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
It's skewed away. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Now there, big chance! And that's caused a worry or two.
Oh, this is a Hollywood or bust corner. The final whistle is up next.
That should get the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. He's in a great position here. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Showing good feet. Oh, nicely intercepted. 5 minutes to add. Some good work on the right flank here. Pass is just off target. Oh, the referee's got a decision to make here. What's he going to give? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick. So, to pass or to shoot, that is his question. And this is Dembele. And that's been drilled in. And he's there to get it away. So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time.
Au secrétariat du club, Jonathan, casquette bleue. Changement pour la France. Le numéro 4. Pour le remplacer.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. France pay the price for failing to close out the match in normal time. Can they avoid the same fate here, where the consequences are still more serious?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Digne. He's had it taken off him. Schwalmeri. Passing is crisp and sharp. Chouameni. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rudiger, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's Diaz. Valverde. Saliba kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And here's Dembele. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. This looks promising. And he's cut it out. Played back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Looking for the run. Vinicius Junior. And he's gone backward here. Rodrigo. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. We've reached the midway point in extra time.
Je vous invite à
Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
Attention, changement.
And so the last chance to find a winner. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. A heavy challenge. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Alexander-Arnold, ready to try one.
Well, I think this is definitely one of these areas where they've rehearsed an awful lot on the training ground.
Going for goal! They want to be quick to recover this. Dembele. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Chouameni. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Rodrigo. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Olise receives it in a good position here. Madrid have got it back and they'll have another go. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Mbappe. That's good play.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Camavinga concedes a free kick for that. Chouameni. Mendy. Dealt with nicely by the defence. There's the whistle, and it is going to penalties.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
So after 2 long hours, it comes down to nerve, to technique under pressure, to penalties. Dembele is over the first kick. And the keeper's come up trumps.
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
And so the captain steps up.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
France looking to draw level. Stuck away with immaculate poise.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
So, the second man in line. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
He was so focused there. Fantastic save.
Digne will take the third penalty. It's in, too smart for the keeper.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he guessed wrong.
Vinicius Junior is third in line. Oh, it's a really good save.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that, the way he was moving beforehand. Very good save.
France with the chance to go 2 up. Oh, he's managed to get it through the keeper. 2 to the good. Madrid must score here to stay in it. Sticks it away.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
So this to seal it. Oh, he saved it!
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
So can he do it? Can he keep them alive? France have come through in the most dramatic fashion, and the... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
I think Theo Hernandez is one of the most exciting fullbacks in the game. Rarely have I seen a player display all the qualities needed in a complete fullback at such a tender age, and at a time where the role of the fullback is even more crucial. He really is a diamond.
No, Mbappe! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Traoré, played out wide. Now, can they get him away? Goes for a shot! Not the most convincing of passes. Passing is crisp and sharp. At least a return pass. Traoré for Valverde. France are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. So what can they make of this?
Pretty robust defending.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Rodrigo. Traoré, and it's Valverde, threads one in, and it's made its way to him. Decent chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
They've played it short. Nice interception, well timed. France have the chance to go the other way. Oh, it's taken out, that'll be a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Pass somewhat off target. Alexander-Arnold. No goals as yet. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Ah, he's given it away. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Thuram aims beyond the defence. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 2 then. Climbs up big! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And here's Thuram. Mendy gets a foot in here.
Thuram really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Rudiger. And they've switched it over to the other side.
Good ball, that too.
Some really good ball movement. Here's Traoré. And it's Rudiger. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Valverde. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. And the finish! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Valverde. And Alexander-Arnold. And it's Rudiger. Eder Militao. And Alexander-Arnold. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Rodrigo. Madrid finding their passes. Doué. Played out to the right. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Alexander-Arnold. Tchouaméni. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Thinks about the shot. Tchouaméni. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Gets a good foot in there. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Half-time nearly with us. They will be desperate not to concede here.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
And here's Bellingham. That's been... Great chance! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Olise. Conte. And there is the half-time whistle. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
France may probably be feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start. Their mood at half-time should be more upbeat. The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
Well, after 45 minutes it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. So the first half brought no goals. And that's going to be a booking.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed.
Saliba wins the duel this time. Oh, this looks sharp. He's a sharp little ball here. Valverde.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Kante does well to stand firm and defend it. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rodrigo. And it's Bellingham. Looking to play him in. And the shot! It's there!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due...
Big chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Bellingham stood his ground strongly. Vinicius Junior. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble.
Can he finish? It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Hernandez. Mbappe! Mbappe! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro
So,
9,
third corner of the game.
le numéro 11, le numéro 24. À leur place, le numéro 12, le numéro 7.
That's just
le
playing
numéro
it safe
14.
and simple.
Changement.
Upamecano. And it's Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni charging forward, the ball at his feet. That's a sharp pass.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Mbappe. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Oh, what a ball! Chance! It's in! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 25.
Both sides then
Le
taking
numéro
this
4.
chance to turn to their
À leur
benches.
place, le numéro 6.
And that has added
Le
a
numéro
whole
15.
new complexion to the
Changement en
game.
cours.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Colomwani. He just refused to budge, and he's got his way.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Tchouaméni. France go in search of a late winner. That's a shade optimistic. Turns back here, probably the best option. Now he's off and running. That has not gone well. Garcia succumbs to the pressure. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Knocks it into space. Real chance! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Vinicius Junior fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Madrid have their second corner now. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Mbappe! And now they can spring out of defence. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Camavinga, and the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, what has happened here? There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Camavinga. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Vinicius Junior. It's a goal kick. Vinicius Junior. And that interception was most necessary. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. He's in a great position here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, it's Dembele. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passes. Shot goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, should have put that away.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Attention, changement.
So it's going to be another corner. They're up to 5 corners now. Madrid are looking to go forward now. It's not an especially good pass, that. Brahim Diaz. Vinicius Junior. He's found a way through. And the shot! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And he's really put himself on the line here. The corner count is rising. That's 6. Courtois claims comfortable. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Hernandez. And it's Rabiot. And it's Camavinga. And Koundé. Rabiot. Can he get on the end of this? Fires it in low. Mbappe. It's Vinicius Junior.
1 minute.
Now it's Mbappe. Brahim Diaz. And that's been intercepted. That has ended up in no man's land. Extra time reaches half-time.
Mesdames et messieurs, votre attention.
Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
Ses parents sont priés de se faire connaître auprès d'un
And
stadier.
so the last chance to find a winner. Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? And he's being shifted off it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Mbappe. And here's Vinicius Junior. Brahim Diaz. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Well, this may not be the kindest angle for a direct hit.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Vinicius Junior. France are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Tries to play it through. Chouameni with the clearance. Ah, good steal, he just read it.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And here's Mbappe. Great ball, and he's in here. And that's played in low. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And here's Mbappe. Tries a shot! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Just listen to that noise, this place is terrific header!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That is Conte. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, it's the boy everyone is talking about. This guy, Rodrigo, seen by many as being one of the biggest Brazilian talents of his generation. Now, just think about that. I don't really need to add anything extra.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Tchouaméni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party could be danger here. Alexander-Arnold has got himself a free kick.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Tchouaméni. Here's the return pass. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Conte. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Rudiger with the clearance. And he was quick to react. Well, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. No, he's just misjudged that one. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Showing good feet. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! Goal! France! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
France have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Olise does really well to win the ball there. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? France are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Tchouaméni. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Driving on and making good progress. Vinicius Junior. Tchouaméni. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Conte. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Shot a goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
France with the corner, they're first. And now they can clear their lines. France have their second corner now. And he's taking no chances there. And it's Doué. That is lovely. He has found the way through. Chance to deliver. Courtois deals with that nice and simple. And now the breakaway. Valverde. Valverde looking to penetrate opposition lines. Tchouaméni.
France can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Here's Tchouaméni. Valverde. And it's made its way to him. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Madrid with this to equalise. A formality, we're level. Not much more than a formality.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Madrid grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's Tchouaméni. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, they can break here. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, it's come loose. Valverde. Doué. Conte. Passing nice and neat. Knocks it in. Can he finish? Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs.
The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And the game has already resumed here.
France clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Mendy. And it's Bellingham. For Valverde. Bellingham. Tchouaméni. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Passes short and sharp. This looks promising. He's having a shot! Bellingham. Tchouaméni.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Bellingham. Valverde. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, looks a smashing ball. He's being urged to shoot. And he's cut it out. Tchouaméni. Bellingham. Rodrigo. It's Vinicius Junior. Rodrigo. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Doué, who does have an assist to his name. It's run loose here. Now it's Valverde. Conte. Oh, good spread. And that has left him in a heap. Mendy trying to keep this in. Madrid finding their passes. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Tchouaméni and Rodrigo. And it's Valverde. Vinicius Junior. And it's Bellingham. For Valverde. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And no surprise, that's a booking. And it looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 11, le numéro 9, le numéro 24, le numéro 25. À leur place, le numéro 7.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Le numéro 14.
Camavinga puts his foot on the gas.
Changement en cours.
Cross deflected behind for a corner. Corner number 3 coming up. And he's there to clear it. Now then, the ball's come loose. Well, that is one way to stop him. And here's Rabiot. That's very neat. Camavinga. And here's Colomboigny, and the shot! Oh, it's come loose. And that's a real chance missed.
Colomboigny has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Mbappe is onto this. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Mbappe. He tries a shot! Goal! France! And they're back in front! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 4.
A couple of changes then in quick succession.
Le numéro 15.
France take the lead.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
Colomboigny has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. And it's Mendy. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Into the last 5 minutes. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Shapes to shoot! It's in! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
There's the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Koundé getting this one clear. Chouameni. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And we're done. France are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner. Mbappe voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions.